it probably take a little bit of time. I'll just remove that scribble that I put on the screen.
There'll be a bit of a delay, no big deal, Susan.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
And it does take a little bit of fiddling to pin a tweet. So let's just show you that. So here's the tweet here. Obviously what you do is you use an image. If you want to, I believe you should refresh your pinned tweets every fortnight or so. So here it is here. If I go to the little drop down arrow, I'll do it slowly. And you'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5th option, pin to your profile page. So if you click that, it will say that it will replace the pin that's already there, and you say okay, and then it will sit. So literally anything else that you put, all your other tweets will come down below it. So that's one of the things I would really encourage you. Yeah.
How many
but
of the
don't make it a sign up. Don't say buy my book. You know, don't ask anyone to marry you, please. But do something that's interesting. I offer quite a few free services to children's authors and other authors as well. So I often use that my pin to do that.
What did you want to say, Sean? I'm sorry. Unmute you.
I just wanted to know how many of these can you pin? So can you have multiple pins on your Twitter feed, or only one?
Just the one. Yeah. And you probably need to leave it up for a week or a fortnight. I'll share something with you that I used to work for a politician here in Victoria, in the state of Victoria in Australia.
I'm sorry.
It's actually really, really interesting. One of the hardest jobs I've ever had to do because the stress was unbelievable. But we were going into an election campaign. Now, if you want a definition of lunacy and crazy people, work for a politician during campaign time.
Oh, that's great.
But what we did is, you know how in Australia people are passionate about their politics, as they are all over the world, and we put signs up in people's yards, if they obviously with their permission. What we found though is people suffer this, and I'm going back 10 years, and this is now related to what we call banner blindness on the internet. Is that people they'd see the corflute banner, you know, vote for me, I'm really great. After about a fortnight, they don't see it anymore. So they change the banner, or they actually would take it down for a week and put it back up again. So that's what you need to remember when any of your pinned tweets, with anything that you're putting on social media, is that people will actually see it for a little while, and then their mind ignores it, because somewhere in this, they see that, then they go, I've seen that before, I don't need to see it again. So you need to sort of refresh fortnightly, or at least monthly anyway. Okay, so this is my pinned tweet about my interview. I'll just check the chat box there. I'm not sure if there's any questions. So do you want me to go through how I follow?
Yes, please.
Okay, so here are my followers.
Go through the hashtags and all that you do too, so people know how easy this is, because I did it in like 15 minutes. I was able to master this.
Cool, isn't it? Yeah.
It's easy, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a bit slow, maybe because we're sharing.
It's okay.
Yeah. So there's Francis. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look through people who are following me, who I share interest with. I'm going to find somebody who somebody who's not actually a bit spammy as well, who looks quite, you want someone who looks really legit or who's really interested. There's Chris. Hey, Chris. I'm just trying to find somebody here.
Too legit to quit.
I missed that, sorry.
She's too legit to quit.
Who the hell said that?
Tom.
Oh.
Susan, I have a question real quick. Will you campaign for me? Come on.
It's a Hillary Clinton mask. Well, you should put the Trump one on. That one's actually really, really funny looking.
Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to, because I've I have a mission, which I haven't spoken about yet, but that I'm writing 100 guest posts this year. And the idea is that Google really likes it when your blog and your website is linked onto another website. So just as an experiment, I am writing 100 blog posts. This morning I got the 60th published, so I am months ahead of time, which is really awesome. So at the moment I'm reaching out to bloggers. So you'll see in the search option up there, I've hashtag blogger, I don't know, just anything really. And all right, so I've got female blogger retweets. Don't know anything about that. I tend to look for, up on the top banner here, I just go for people. I'm not really interested in companies or organizations, only because they can either be too big and they'll just ignore me. And I really want someone to talk to. I really want a face I can talk to.
Do you want to talk about the importance of following only people and not businesses or establishments, and the reason why? Yeah,
well, that's basically I do, obviously, because I follow the Entrepreneur Hour, and some if their description piques my interest enough, I'll follow them. But really, there's a lot of groups, there's a lot of businesses that have a face, but the accounts are just not monitored well enough. So I want to deal with people one-on-one. I want to deal with you guys. I want to deal with people I can build a relationship up. So I don't tend to follow, cute pictures of dogs, even though I've got a really big blog about dog training, because it's nothing I can't get anything out of it, if that sort of makes any difference. So let's have a look at the blogger bees. Let's go into their account. We need some sort of music. Elevator music.
We're gonna put some in the when we actually get this into one of our amazing video editing programs. There's going to be music underneath everything, so don't worry.
Okay, cool. Yeah. All right, so this looks like a really snazzy.
That does. Wow.
Doesn't it? Yeah, the bee thing's really sort of something I can resonate with at the moment. But so they've got 18.7 thousand followers. So I'm just open up who's following them.
Sure.
And what I'll do is I'll go through and I will follow anyone I think that might be interested in what I have to say. And again, at the moment, I'm focusing on bloggers, and I also focus on authors. So I'll use a hashtag. So you've got to, again, come back to, you've got to know who your niche is. Who are you talking to? And at the moment, I'm looking for people to share my blog posts, who I can guest on their website, and I do that for free. Like I said, I've had 60 published this year. I've written about 70 altogether. There's still some pending.
Congratulations! No, that's great. Wow.
Yeah. I'm going to follow the blogger bee just out of respect. The other thing I do is, if I follow somebody's followers as a thank you, even though they don't know, I usually retweet for them a couple of times. So these accounts look pretty interesting. We've got retweet bloggers, let's go through. Female empowerment wellbeing, maybe don't know anything else about it. There's not a picture of a person there. But you can see that we've got Sensibly Sarah over here. She has a nice picture, she has a nice face. This is a human being.
Yes.
I like human beings, yeah. Where we've got over here, we've got Laurel, what is that, W. Thompson. No information, no picture
information,
here. And a vague picture of somebody doing something. Sorry, I don't know what that's about.